Hello, today we are going to discuss different ways of displaying or showing outcomes of events. And remember, an outcome is basically the result of an event. The first method that I'm going to share with you is making a chart or an organized table to show your events. This method or strategy is best used when you're working with experiments. So you may be recalling data from an experiment. A chart is a great way to organize that information. For example, 6 students are flipping a coin twice and they recorded their results. So the experiment has already happened and they recorded their results in this chart. As you can see, Sarah's results, Tom's, Joe's, Jessica's, Larry's, and Sam's are all listed in a very organized fashion. The first flip is listed, followed by the second flip for each student. Another method of displaying outcomes would be a tree diagram. This method is best used when you are trying to list all the theoretical possibilities. In other words, when you're trying to find all the things that could actually occur, a tree diagram is a great way of doing that. For example, I'm asked to show all the possible outcomes when you are flipping a coin twice. So what I'll do is list the 2 outcomes that could occur on the first flip. Either I'm going to get heads or tails. And the second outcome will branch off from the first. Now the second outcome of flipping that coin will still be either a heads or tails. It really doesn't matter what I landed on the first time. The second outcomes will still be heads or tails. So as you can see, I could get heads followed by another heads, heads followed by tails, tails followed by heads, or 2 tails. The third method of displaying an outcome is an area model. Now, this method is really good when you are trying to actually calculate the theoretical probability of 2 events occurring. For example, when flipping a coin twice, which outcome has a higher probability of occurring? So what an area model would do, I'll just go ahead and start my area model over here, is not only display all the possible outcomes, but it also gives you the actual probability of each outcome occurring. So over here, I'll go ahead and list out the things that could happen if I flip my coin one time. Either I'm going to land on heads or tails. Both events have the same chance of occurring, so I'll just break this square in half. The top half represents heads, the bottom tails. Now I'll come over here to the top, and again, if I flip the coin the second time, I'm still going to either get heads or tails. Both events still have the same chance of occurring, 50-50, so I'll just draw straight down the middle. And what you see here are different areas that represent each possible outcome. 2 heads, heads and then tails, tails and then heads, or 2 tails. And also, the area model provides that each outcome has the same chance of occurring. I know that because each outcome is the same amount or has the same amount of area. Each one of these squares represents 1/4 of the entire model. Therefore, neither outcome has a greater probability of occurring. In fact, they all have a 25% chance of occurring.